Rack Noble for Boxing UK. I'm here with Kalle Sauerland. Kalle, how's it going today?
Absolutely frighteningly good. After a press conference like that, good fun. Super interesting fight. You know, yeah, it throws up a lot of questions, doesn't it? So very, very interesting face to face as well. You know, I think it was premeditated. I think that Joe wanted to make a bit of a statement. Here I am, young lion, move over. The daddy's here. That was the feeling I got. I think KSI was very respectful up there today. Different to the normal crossover press conferences. I think that might change after that push.
I'm enjoying the dynamic, of course, same way as we did a few weeks ago. We've got the boxer versus the YouTuber, and the boxer is adamant that they've lived the life, they've done this for their whole life, but the quote-unquote YouTuber is saying, no, I'm the new generation, I'm taking over. Last time out, we saw the quote-unquote boxer take the win. How could it go around this time?
I mean, you know, if you look at it like that, you've always got to go with the boxer. But the difference is that JJ lives this sport like a professional. And he's trains like a pro. He's in a pro environment. And, you know, I can say this all day long, but go and look at his first fight and look at his last fight. And you see the developments always. And he's trying out different things. And I think now, you know, Alexis next to me here, you know, and Marios, they'll have decided this is the time.
In this fight, a lot, in this build-up, KSI has mentioned legacy a lot. He's mentioned legacy, the legacy going forward. What does legacy in KSI's terms mean? What does it mean to you for KSI's legacy in this fight?
He talks a lot about Jake Paul when it comes to legacy, but I think he means fights like this. You'd have to ask him, obviously, his exact description on it. But this would be a legacy fight. That's why I asked him as well. You know, do you feel the pressure now? You know, people expected Jake Paul to beat Tommy Fury. He didn't. Tommy Fury was a better man. So now it's sort of like the spotlight's really on KSI. Can he beat the pro? Similar records. You know, different in terms of, you know, Joe's got the experience, whereas Tommy's, you know, still learning, but he's a good pro from a fighting family that's, you know, had a few champions. So yeah, it's very interesting.
It is a risk in that he's fighting a fighter who has been in the top 10 WBA. He's held an intercontinental belt. Tommy Fury wasn't that experienced. Joe Fournier is definitely a seasoned pro. He's been around the way.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like David said up there, you know, he was within the top 10 of the world. To put it into perspective, you know, it's huge. Yeah. I think they've qualified now. Tommy is number 39 in the world. Yep. Yeah. So at the pro scene, he's held a belt that you know Joshua Buatsy's held. Yeah. So you know he can't take this one light. He's not taking this one light. He's motivated as hell, and it's you know. This one isn't about going out and making statements. It's going to get that W. That's what it's about. How he gets it, for me, is irrelevant almost. You probably wouldn't agree with that, but it's about getting that W. That's what you do in the pro game. And let's face it, this is now, it's fighting a pro fight.
Just going on to other fights, just going on to other pros. Of course, how's young Chris Jr. getting on?
Very good. Yeah, very good. He's out in Vegas training. We're making final preps around what we're doing, when we're doing it, but no change in the since last week now.
There were talks about Abu Dhabi in June against Conor Benn. Is that something that's still in talks, or has that been progression?
It wasn't. You know, all the talks about the date and it's something that, you know, yes, there has been a flirt on it, but nothing more concrete than that at the moment. I said the same thing last week. So as it looks, you know, we just got to iron out also things with in regards to the Liam Smith fight.
Just touching on the fight potentially in Dubai, the BBFC did say that anyone that does get involved with a license may be prohibited from fighting back in the United Kingdom. Is that something that you keep your ear to?
Not at this moment in time, no.
Okay, and of course, just moving on, Of course, over the week, Anthony Joshua came back to United Kingdom, made his comeback.
Yeah.
Just how big and how good is it for Anthony Joshua to be back in the United Kingdom boxing?
Look, I said before the fight, boxing lives off the big names, and that is Tyson Fury, that is Anthony Joshua, it's Chris Eubank Jr. Those are the names. We can talk about winners, losers, and whatever else, but those are the names. If you walk into a pub or you walk down the high street, or what are they talking about? Who do they recognise? Those are the names, aren't they?
And just lastly, of course, onto your heavyweight, Filip Hrgovic. Daniel Dubois has been made mandatory for Usyk. What's happening next with Filip Hrgovic?
Yeah, we'll wait for the IBF, and it looks like if that stays the way it is, then and they get the fight on. There's talks. I know the other camp wasn't happy with the medical condition and things like this, but ultimately, if that fight goes ahead, we fight for the interim.
Would you be happy to take a fight with Joshua in the meantime?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's one of the great names of the sport. Philip will be delighted. And for the interim heavyweight championship of the world.
Thank you very much, Kalle. See you soon. Thank you.